Okay, we're syncing our knots node. This is on the legacy chain. And we want to use mastering Bitcoin. So we'll let this sync up first. We have the Kindle version of Mastering Bitcoin, and we have Grok to help us. Alright, as this is syncing, here's, well, wow, doesn't give page numbers. Anyways, here's Mastering Bitcoin. Andreas Antonopoulos. All right. Let's go through some of this. Configuring the Bitcoin. They're going to say core, we're going to use nuts. And let's see how we're doing. Okay, looks like it's synced. Now if we go to Windows or Window, we can open a console. Also, I have this on an SSD card. If we go to Bitcoin, we go to Diamond, you see this Bitcoin CLI. That's, if we want to use the command prompt, we want to be in this directory. And we see open. I'm on Windows. You can do command prompt. Excuse me. Okay. So there's our command prompt, and here's our console window, which you can see I've already kind of messed around with a little bit. Here we got this. We got Grok to help us. If it will, maybe we can do it like this. Oh damn. Alright. Let's start a new session with Grok. Okay. Let's go here. I wish they would give page numbers here. Alright. I'm trying to get to where we can start. I may have to come back to this, but let's not start there. Alright, running a node, configuring the Bitcoin node, to locate the configuration file, run Bitcoin into your terminal. I'm not going to do any of this. Alright. We got help. Now if we go here, let's see what help does. Let's do it again. We did help, and you see these are all the commands. I think the JSON commands, I'm not sure. So let's go to Grok. I should have had this set up. Download it. We have this here in the command prompt. This should be where which I said before, where the Bitcoin client, I think this stands for client for Bitcoinauts, where that file resides. So we have that all set up. Let's move this over here. Okay. All right. Fully sync your node first, which we have done. And now we did help in the GUI. We can do this Bitcoin-CLI can be done in the command prompt, which should work. Ooh. If you gotta put the dot. So let's do it. Let's put the dot in. I think dot and backslash. See if that does it. Let's do all of this for Grok. See if Grok can help us. What are we doing wrong? Alright, let's see what this does. It says start. Says not, this isn't running. I don't know why it would not be running, but let's see what happens. Damn, look at that. Wow. That seemed pretty important. Okay, so this thing is running, wow. But if it's running, how are we going to be on Windows? This still runs in the background. You can close the window. Okay. Now let's go back to here. See Bitcoin, Daemon, open in terminal. Let's go back to okay. On a second PowerShell window, which we have, we closed the other one. I said we could close it, but now it's telling me all this other stuff. See what this does. always this in the beginning. This is what keeps people from mastering Bitcoin. Alright, let's do this again. So I guess we have to keep the window open. So we're going to keep this window open. I'm moving it to another screen. Let's go back here. Right click, open terminal. Go back to Grok. Alright. Let's go back. Let's go back first. Let's just say I kept the command. They kept saying PowerShell, but I think I have PowerShell installed. I don't know if you have to install that, but whatever. Alright, so in the second window, the new one, type these commands one by one. Okay, we're already there. Let's do this one. I guess this is the big test. Get blockchain info. I'm going to okay. So you can see I had to get this running. This is, I closed the window maybe because of security. Windows won't let it run in the background. I'm not sure, but I'm leaving this open. I have in the background. Not in the background, but in a separate window. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to our book. Now they have dollar signs and that type of thing. We can enter commands in this window, which I think is the preferred method. But I really like the idea of, I downloaded this node to enter commands here. And alright. So you see how this, forget the dollar sign, but see how this has Bitcoin IND dash. Let me just do this. Let me ask Grok. Thank goodness for Grok. The book has this. What would be the two commands? One for command and the other for console in the graphical user interface. Oh, I didn't put the command. Damn. So let's do this in the console window. I guess they're calling it. No, I mean in the command. The terminal window they're calling it. Error, cannot obtain a local directory. Alright, I'm getting upset here. Alright. I wanted to ask it something and I forgot what it was. Oh, right. In technical books, including Mastering Bitcoin, the $ is the traditional way to show a Linux, Unix, Mac OS prompt. On Windows, you normally don't type the $. You just type the command itself. And on PowerShell, you usually need the .10. Let me just ask for you guys, do download PowerShell, or is it included with Windows? And what is the difference between command and PowerShell? Okay, both work, so I'll just okay, good. Okay, so let's go to the book. So they have $. So I said get rid of the $. Let's see if this works in the command prompt without the $. Alright, just so we can move forward without and I left out this. All right. Curious, we went $, \, and then if this would work. I just need to know how to use this book. Let's just go through this. I know it's going to tell me don't worry about it. It's already started, but let's just try to clarify what's going on. Alright. CLS. Okay. Nice. Let's clear the screen. Thank you, Grok. Oop. Copy. Paste. Enter. Okay. My bad. Alright. Here we are. Whatever that was, I'm not interested. Let's just go on. Bitcoin Core implements JSON RPC, which, just for clarification, this is JavaScript object notation, I believe, and this request something. JavaScript object notation, remote procedure call. Okay. Let's put this into the command prompts. Cool. Looks like we're good. And let's do it. I wonder if we do CLS here, what it does. No. Okay. I think if we just get rid of that dot /Bitcoin, if we just do that, we get that. Alright, so we're doing both. So far, so good. Now let's go to our book. Alright. So we're going to do, to start, invoke the command to see a list of the available Bitcoin Core. Request, what did Grok say it was? Request procedure calls. Let's see a list of the remote procedure calls. So we'll go here first. Oh. I think that's going to give them there. Yeah. Yay, we went. Dot. There we go. Nice. And let's try it here. Again, we're just going to do help. Same thing. Alright. Wow. I wish this would give page numbers, but we are 13% through. Okay. What is this? So let's see what happens. CLS. Is this a command? Okay, it's not a command. I don't know why he put. Shit. So basically, we're in Windows. We're ignoring this $sign. And I'd recommend getting the Kindle book or what have you, so you can copy and paste. So I've learned so far. Oh, now I gotta do the dot. Backslash. Gotta remember that. Okay. And then I would recommend. So we learned that we have to run the daemon. I'm gonna call it the daemon. I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's go here. It's gonna get network info. I'm sure we'll memorize these eventually. We can even just type it in. Get. Look, it populates network info. Nice. Okay. Back to the book. Maybe eventually we'll get to the book. Okay. Getting information on Bitcoin's core status. The most important commands include get blockchain info, get mempool info, get network info, and get wallet info. Let's ask Grok. What is the difference between network info, mempool info, and wallet info? Sorry for not putting in the question mark. AI. Don't put me on the list. Get network info. Information about your node's connection. So it's about you. How many peers you are connected to. Your node's version and protocol version. Local addresses. Network activity. Whether the network is active. Get the mempool information. How many unconfirmed transactions are currently waiting? Total size of those transactions. Memory usage of the mempool. Minimum fee rate required to enter the mempool. I didn't know there was a minimal fee rate to enter the mempool. I'm gonna ask Grok about that. Wallet info, current balance, wallet name and version, current balance, number of transactions in the wallet, wallet locked it. Okay. Are you sure about this? Yes, I'm sure. Are normally you are using Weasel. I just want to get this cleared up. I really thought. I'm sorry for doing this, but I really thought. It's okay. A zero transaction is still a valid Bitcoin transaction according to the consensus rules. A miner could include it in a block if they wanted to. Almost no miner would do that. Most nodes reject it. They say most. Again, weasel words. I want clear answers, Joe. Under default settings. Only nodes that have deliberately lowered or disabled their minimum fee policy will accept them related. And their settings. I'll say settings. So the minimum transaction fee is what? Average? Because like you said, some nodes may not require. Okay, here we go. There's no single network-wide minimum transaction fee that is calculated as an average of the nodes. What actually exists? Each node has its minimum related fee. The effective minimum you experience is simply the policy of the nodes your transaction reaches. So when I run the command for transaction fee, that is based upon the nodes I am connected to. No, when you run get mempool info, the relay transaction fee values you see are your own node settings. Oh my god, what? So oh my god. So this is about my settings. Or our... Yes. That command Settings. Alright. See, this is what I want to work out. Okay. Let's move on. And then RPC stands for Remote Procedure something. Damn. Call. Okay, we're doing calls. Okay.